Hello, and thank you for viewing another webisode of I'm Not an Expert, but I'm your host Demetrius. And as you all know, while I don't claim to be an expert, I'm going to give you my opinion, whether you ask for them or not. I just wanted to update on the last thing that I talked about was Pastor Charles Jenkins of Fellowship Baptist Church here in Chicago, and his naked pictures that I have posted. I guess it will be on this side. His the pastor caught with his pants down. I reported that it was a man that released the pictures, and he was having an affair with a man. Someone commented and said that I'm not an expert, which I don't claim to be, but actually it ended up being he had an 8-year affair with a woman named Monday Griffin, and she's based in Chicago. I think she's like a chef or something. It really doesn't matter whether it really was a man or a woman, although I still have the good source that says that he has been involved with a man previously, but that's not confirmed. 8-year relationship with a woman. God, I think I don't know. I'm like, that's still horrible. He's a married man. That's horrible. That he's a pastor of a church. He's supposed to be a leader to those people over there at Fellowship Baptist Church, which is a great church. And as I previously stated in the last webisode, it's really a legendary church. Really one of the I would say probably one of the first mega churches, and from back in the day when Reverend Clay Evans was the pastor there. He's also the founder. But I still think Pastor Charles Jenkins, you screwed up. 8-year affair with a woman, and you're a married leader of a church. What's that? First Timothy states, talks about if you want to be a leader in the church, a pastor. It says basically, if you cannot take care of your own house, what business do you have taking over a church? Trying to lead a flock. I think it's really, really just horrible. And another Pastor Jamal Bryant, he's now famous. He's a Baltimore, Maryland based pastor. He's now famous for in a sermon in the pulpit saying, "These hoes ain't loyal." Get right, pastors. Get right. I mean, God, that's I don't know. I've heard some wild stuff. Some wild stuff said by pastors, but I've never heard them say these hoes ain't loyal in the pulpit. I don't know why he would think that would be a good idea, although I've seen the video and the church erupted, but I'm sure it had to be some members in there that knew that a pastor should not really speak like that, especially not in the pulpit. I'm not exactly sure how these hoes ain't loyal is something positive that you would tell members of your church. Seriously, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Pastors, get it together. You're making us look bad as Christians. And, especially when Christianity is under attack, I say don't give them ammunition, fools. And you're probably asking, what does he mean that Christianity is under attack? It is under attack, not just in Sudan, where a woman was, the courts sentenced her to death for her faith under Islam law. Although reports does say that she will be released. But this woman was willing to die for her faith. Willing to die because she believed in Jesus Christ. And then on the flip side, we got Pastor Charles Jenkins. He can't keep his pants on, posing for naked pictures, cheating on his wife. And then you had Pastor Jamal Bryant, who's quoting things like, "These hoes ain't loyal" in the pulpit, and they're basically acting a fool and making a mockery of being a Christian. And then you have this woman that in 2014 is sentenced to death because she is a Christian and she married a Christian man, but her country does not recognize that she is a Christian, that she is a Muslim. And I guess in Sudan, a Muslim can't marry a Christian, or you can't be Christian at all. It's absolutely ridiculous that we have Pastor Bryant and Pastor Jenkins making a mockery of Christianity by their actions, when in the world Christianity is under attack, and not just in Sudan but also in America. And what do I mean by under attack in America? Well, I'm just going to get right to it. With gay marriage and homosexual marriage, that is an attack on Christianity. And how so? How does, I'm guessing you're asking, how does that infringe on what you believe? Well, in the state of Illinois, Catholic Charities has decided that they will no longer do adoptions. They will no longer serve as an adoption agency, because under state law recognizing civil unions for homosexual couples, meaning that the Catholic Charities would have to I don't know really the technical term, but give out adoptions to a gay union, and that's against their beliefs. But with the state contract, so they have to cancel the state contract. Therefore, they no longer can do adoptions through the state. So yes, Christianity is under attack in America. And being a Christian, you can't, it's so hard for you. The media comes down on Christians that have spoken against gay marriage, but that's something that we as a Christian are against. We don't, we're not for gay marriage. It's not that we hate gay people, but that is something that's literally in the Bible, as in a no-go. You know, that's a sin. And so Christianity is under attack, and if you are a Christian and you speak out against gay marriage or abortion, you're attacked. And you're attacked, and they try to make Christians that speak out against abortion or gay marriage as these hateful people. And I can speak for myself personally. I know that I'm not a hateful person at all. In fact, Christianity really is about love. But just because I love you, it doesn't mean that I can't say, hey, you're going in the wrong direction, just like I have said it about Pastor Charles Jenkins and Pastor Jamal Bryant. I'm saying, hey, pastors, you're going in the wrong directions. You might want to check that. And but I do believe that being a Christian, I believe that some Christians give other Christians a bad name. And sometimes I can agree with some of the people on Fox News, because mostly they're conservative and they're Christians. But it's a lot of times the way that they go about expressing their beliefs that is offensive to others. So I can definitely see that. I think that if we as Christians, and I'm just speaking to Christians, we as Christians, if we can find a better way to get our message around, because the way that you would talk to another Christian is way different than you would talk to someone that's not Christian. It's just like being black. I mean, let's just be real. You talk to a black person a little different than you would a white person. And that's not being racist. It's just a black person. You say, hey, bro, hey, bro, bruh, not bro. Hey, listen to this. It's just the way, because someone that's black, that's African American, would understand. If you come from the same culture, you understand. You have almost a whole different lingo, or it's almost a different language. Actually, two black people in the room, come on, it's a different language than what you would speak to a Hispanic person or white person or Asian person. It doesn't matter, but that's the same thing. Or white people speak to white people differently than they would a Hispanic person or Asian person or a black person, and it's a cultural thing. Just what the hell was I saying? But Christians, I think that we can literally get in a room and say, hey, this is sin. Basically, that is bad, that is wrong. Jesus would not approve. But the way that you talk to someone that is not a Christian or not familiar with Christianity, I think would be a little bit different. Just like the guy from what is that, Duck Hunters or something, Duck Dynasty. He was in church and they recorded him basically saying, likening gay people to pedophiles and like prostitutes and things like that. And I got what he was saying. He was not saying that a gay person and a pedophile are the same thing, but what he was saying was it's a sin. Just like being a drunk person is a sin. It's a sin, meaning that one is not greater than the other. It's a sin. But I know I read, because I love TMZ, probably too much, but TMZ, they took it in a different direction. They tried to make it seem like the guy from Duck Dynasty compared, pedophiles and homosexuals or gay relationships, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure what's the politically correct term to call it now, but that they're the same. No, it's not the same, but it's the same. I don't know. Do you understand me? Because it's the same as in God's eyes, it's the same as it being a sin. It's going against His word. But of course, as in, I would definitely prefer to live next door to the gay couple than a pedophile. I mean, it's the same in God's eyes, but in my eyes, of course, a pedophile is much worse than two people that want to be together, that's the same, gender. I got love for everybody. Even the pedophile, I guess, has to be loved by somebody. I mean, it's sick. That's some sick shit. Pardon my language, but that's some sick shit. But that's really what I wanted to say today. I'm gonna edit this down. I'll review it, probably make sure I don't appear on CNN or MSNBC for my comments. But I'm a Christian. I'm not afraid of it, and I really don't care what your opinions of me are based on me being a Christian. So I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus. I was baptized. I was dipped in the water. I believe I'm saved. I really would like to continue to spread the message of Jesus Christ and Jesus' love. He loves you no matter what, even if you're a sinner. That's why he died. I'm a sinner, so hello sinner, fellow sinner. I believe that we should ask for forgiveness and move on and try not to sin again. But it's really hard to be a sinner because we're born sinners. But the goal is to be more like Jesus. And I don't believe no one will be like Jesus, but the goal is to try. And if we try, I believe that you're saved as long as you believe that Jesus died for your sin and you accept him in your heart, because God knows your heart. So God bless you. And I will, next webisode, I'll be back on my reality shows and my TV shows. But I just wanted to do something a little bit more serious this time around than previous webisodes. So remember, I'm not an expert, but I have an opinion, and I'm going to share it, no matter if you want it or not. Have a great day.